Welcome. We got some fantastic action coming at you right here. Now, you may notice something's a little different. Person sitting right next to me is not the blue-haired caster, the lovable Love Fever that you know. This is a man you've probably seen everywhere else. That is my boy Skeptor. Skeptor, how you doing?
You know, I'm doing pretty solid there, Gummy. I've been a bit of frequent guest here this season and Smash, so you know it's good to be back. You know, I took a week off, but here we are again, making it a nice appearance here on a lovely Thursday. Though, happy to be here.
All right, it's always great when you could come in and fill in for one of the Smash boys. You know, it's just a thing at Smashers. We're inconsistent, but you know what? You're always there to pick up the slack for us. We love that. And coming in right away, we got a hot round one. Two people have been on the stream before, some old stream favorites. We got Foley going up against STMA. Now, this is going to be a very interesting match. Record, they're fairly similar. However, you know that doesn't tell the whole story. Skeptor, how do you feel about this one?
You know, feeling a little bit mixed feelings, I'd have to say, right? Going into this, St. Michael Albertville have been on a hot streak. They are 4-1. They were just 3-0 2 weeks ago, so dropping their only loss of the season within the last 2 weeks. So definitely, as of recency, right, they're trying to bounce back in terms of that, right? Still sitting on a very solid record, 4-1. You're feeling confident, but you're still feeling like, all right, we got to avenge that recent loss. We got to kind of get things back in order leading into state, Gummy, because that's what all these teams are thinking about. State is just on the horizon, and with a team like Foley at 3-2. They are a team that this is a big week for them, right? This is a much needed win. There's a lot of teams sitting at that 3-2 border and bubble. And I think that this is a separation game that Foley really needs to kind of lock it in.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, Foley are coming off a tough loss. They were on stream last week, and we all saw they went against just the rising tide. They went against Blaine. DM, I believe it was, came out first and was the only player to come out. He played absolutely fantastic, played just a great game against Foley, and Foley had no answer. They could not respond, and Foley just crumpled to a crushing 8-0 defeat. However, you know, this is a testament game. This is a testing game. Can you bounce back? Can you come back against a different opponent next week and say, all right, that happened last time, but you know what? We're back on stream in the public eye again.
Right.
And we're just going to play a better game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and being able to shake it off is something that all these teams have to kind of have under their utility kit, right? Like being able to play in a big pressure matchup, coming back after a tough loss. I mean, we've seen it time and time again, right? It is not an easy game to kind of shake off defeat and Smash, right? Because it really is, you can't blame anybody else but yourself. It comes down to self-performance and how you're feeling on the matchup. So for Foley to come into this matchup tonight, we got to see them brush that dirt off their shoulder, if you will, Gummy, and get right back into it because they know what's at stake, right? 3-2. If you drop to 500 at this point in time, you're just going to get lost in the mixture of all the other teams that are right on the mix of making it into like a playoff position.
Yeah, there are only a few teams that make it to state. It is a very limited area. Only top 16 teams will make it to state. That's a pretty small number, all things considered. Only top 16. So if you hover around the middle range, you're not making it in. So you really got to buckle up now and get to work.
Yeah, completely agreed. And both these teams know it, right? Once you hit week 6, we know it's an 8-week season. These guys are aware of that and they know what's at stake. I mean, we got a lot of really good matchups. You were talking about Blaine, the competition of Foley last week. They are up next in a matchup against Chisago Lakes, which is surely going to be fireworks once we get through game number 1. So that is the first 2 matchups of 3 Smash series tonight. The docket is full. We are excited and ready to go. I mean, just a matter of a few moments before we get things underway. Gummy, Foley in a do or die scenario, right? Do or die at this point. We know it. So they got to come out swinging. And if they don't come out, I think in a net positive fashion to open things up, I think they're really going to struggle because all three players on this STMA squad can bang.
Yeah, STMA. I mean, they were on stream when I was off in my gallivanting tour across Greece. As I was gone, STMA showed up. I'm not quite familiar with what exactly they were to pull off, but you know what? I feel like Skep, you could talk to me all about that. Skep, fill me in. Fill me in.
Fill you in. You know,
Fill me in.
I'm gonna let gameplay speak for itself. The Kazuya I do remember though, okay? This is one of the characters that they busted out the last time we had them on stream. So Wild Rage starting things out for STMA. We'll see if we can get his team out on the right track.
All right, we are starting ourselves off with one funny matchup right here. Kazuya Sephiroth DLC battle come to its fullest extent. You know, I don't know what we're going to see here. Sephiroth in this matchup got really great spacing to stay around Kazuya. You can see that giant sword, but
what?
Sometimes you're just going to get screwed by the person who had the better DLC. That's just going to happen sometimes. Not much you can do about it. It's just going to happen.
Kazuya is starting out with some wicked damage. Wild Rage really opening things off right, and Pearly gets that recover in. Nicely done by him.
Yeah, Wild Rage pushing forward right now. I feel like this is actually someone who, you know, knows their stuff with Kazuya a little bit. I feel like we're going to see one good electric combo here, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for some funny Kazuya moments. Oh, you can't hold shield through that. I'm sorry. Sephiroth 101. My apologies, my friend, but you cannot hold shield through that.
Yeah, Sephiroth's sword gonna be able to breach those barriers.
Oh yeah, not even that, just Omni Flare there. Yeah, you just can't hold shield through that. It's a big-ass explosion. You're just gonna die. It just doesn't work.
Beowulf playing nicely on such a high HP here. Keeping his distance and avoiding those grabs from Kazuya, starting to punish now as well.
Oh, there it is, Rage Drive.
As I say it. Little caster curse never hurt anybody?
Nope, not a soul. Not a soul. Not a soul has it hurt. That's just part of what happens as a caster. It's part of the job. Okay, that's a good spot to start a combo there. A good spot to start a nice electric combo, but sadly nothing from Wild Rage so far. Wild Rage, instead of going for the crazy Kazuya combos, is just kind of playing neutral. That's not something you normally see. Okay, you can't just...
Ooh, punished on that. A bit of an overstep. So nicely done by Beowulf. Now, almost about even, a little bit of an HP advantage in the way of Kazuya. We'll see if Sephiroth can bring this one back.
It's definitely possible right now, but I'm looking. Wild Rage, you gotta just kind of stop going for the up smashes. It's not going to reach through the platform. You were playing a very busted character, my friend, and I'm going to tell you, there's one little combo you got to do. You got to pull out the Electric Wind God Fist. Trust me. Trust me on this one. It is a fantastic move, and it will do you wonders.
My goodness, seemed like a bit of an opportunity, but both players just missing out by a bit of a hair, it seems.
Yeah, just a hair. I mean, Sephiroth's got that giant sword, but the uppie there, it's just such a big uppie and a great kill confirm. All right, an early lead there for STMA. Kazuya showing up, taking some nice stocks there, moving quickly.
Not a bad opening at all from Wild Rage, right? Kicking things out and in a nice fashion. Goes down to one stock, so we'll have to see kind of how things go from there. This is the bit of the danger situation, though, right? It's a bit of a free life you have in terms of Wild Rage. Kind of go swing for the fences, you know. And Kazuya, a lot can be done on one stock. So I'm interested to see who is coming out of the gate next for Foley.
Yes, a lot can be done on Kazuya, but the thing is, you gotta know your stuff with Kazuya. There's a lot of combo strings you could do with Kazuya, if only you have the knowledge and the skill to execute. I did not see many or at all any of those combos really come up that match. Just opted more for more even neutral game instead of just pushing and really punishing advantage state. Went for more even neutral. You know, it's not the standard Kazuya gameplay you'd expect, but I mean, you still walked away the stock up in that exchange. So you know what? You did your job. You did well. But if you want to get better, if you want to push for that last stock as much as you can. You got to start doing some combos. You got to start spreading that game out a little bit.
It seemed like a couple times a bit of a missed opportunity. Could have said on both sides, right? Both characters kind of having a bit of a standstill at times where, finishing on a grab sequence or lack thereof, right? A counter and just kind of a standstill or a lull in the action for a second. But overall, I think it was well played coming out of Wild Rage, right? Like got the job finished, comes out with one stock. So again, well, hopefully player will remember to just SD right from the get go. We had a bit of a mishap of that. I think a week or two ago, we like got into a game and player just was so excited to start fighting right away. They just started putting down damage. The other guy was like, "Hey, wait, man, you got SD? Like, what's going on? All right, hero."
Okay,
Go ahead and tell me about this one.
This is the funniest matchup possible in this game. Only thing possible might be hero v hero. Little tidbits of knowledge for you. Kazuya, crazy combos, does some stuff that you just don't understand sometimes. Hero is just RNG, pretty much. A lot of his moves are just completely randomized. That's pretty much all I need to say.
You're need to say?
A good hero player, and you will see some crazy things happening in the match.
All right, well, so far, so good. I'd say from the hero. Kazuya doing his thing, trying to get up close, keep things nice and tight, but hero liking to keep his distance, it seems.
Oh, yeah, got a few nice little spells there that you can just throw around. They do good damage to the unsuspecting opponent, so...
Oh, boy, that is
Oh, wow. What a sacrifice to make in this game. Using the move that takes away one of your stocks to just get the kill. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect the move.
It's damage control, right? It's like, you know what? 1 for 1, and I'm going to come out with 2 stocks to take on whoever is coming out next. I can respect it, right? You're just taking a sack of -1, essentially,
Oh, yeah.
right? So overall, job well done, job well played. Tip of the hat, and we'll see what is next for the hero.
I mean, the Kazuya might have been on like 100%, and you might have just been able to like hit one of your very long-range moves and just take it away, or you could press the funny button right now and take the stock.
Right.
I think we know what option.
The funny button one.
Yeah, I think we know what option he chose. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, goodness. That was good. Though that was good to see. Hero coming out, taking care of business. The only way he saw fit. Down the drain with 1 stock for another. Easy trade. 1 for 1.
Yeah, just close it out. Just close it out.
Absolutely. I'm sure the teammates gave him a quick, golf clap in the Discord call. Like, hey, man, you know what?
Yeah,
we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, the job done.
Good luck now, because now it's like all it is he's got to come out and he's just got to really kind of own this first exchanging of stock number 1 versus stock number 3 for our new opponent that's stepping out. Right. If he can come out and get this first stock and make things evened up at 2v2, we'll have to see. A Link though coming out for Dylan.
All right, a nice little sword fight here. But honestly, when a Link is out, you're not going to be seeing a sword used very much. You're going to see the boomerang, you're going to see the bow, and you're going to see the bomb. That's about it. And right away we start. But as you can see, that little purple thing around Hero, he's going to reflect all those projectiles right back at Link. So a good matchup.
Nice counter.
Yeah, a good matchup for Hero. As long as he can actually capitalize on that ability, just being able to, instead of having Link be where he's comfortable far away, just be able to run right in.
Yeah, Link trying to keep distance. Boomerang.
Bow.
Yep, the sequence. It's a little cycle that you got to continue on. Wow.
Oh! Okay, so that's one of the little RNG things that just kind of happened with Hero, and you just got to accept.
And that's what I was talking about. Gummy, now we are evened up at 2 apiece. Sure, Hero's at 92%, but potential for some real damage to be dealt.
All right, here we go. Bounce, active. We got some good moves. You know exactly what you want to be doing in this matchup, but Dylan, they really need to make a bit of a change in the game plan here. Because clearly it's not working.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I was about to say, man, maybe this is just the Smash noob in me coming out, but it seems like Hero's kind of OP from my limited experience seeing this character work. Good amount of abilities.
can I let you in on a bit of a secret?
Go for it.
This is a battle of a low tier and a mid tier.
Okay. Oh, in terms of characters,
Yeah.
is
Hero's
the
the
mid
low
tier
tier.
hero? Oh, Hero's the low tier character, and Link is the mid tier.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They hover both around the bottom of the tier list. They're not very high up there, but
To a snooze.
oh, a
And a
snooze
stock.
into a flame slash at 20%. That's just some of the funny stuff you see with Hero sometimes.
Yeah, I'd say OP, man. We're down to 1 stock v 1 stock now, making it happen.
Yeah, making it work. Kerbo-san putting good work, but
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Not again.
you gotta DI. You gotta DI.
You know, NTs.
You just
NTs,
gotta.
NTs. You know, took out 2 stocks, right? Came into it with 2 stocks yourself, and you able to get the Link down to its final and last stock there. So we'll see. Last player to come out, I believe. I'm not sure. Was that the meta
That was
came
Dylan.
out? That was Dylan.
Yeah, they
Right,
played,
Dylan for
played a good game.
SDMA.
Yes.
But Foley, who's on the hero? Is it
That
Kerbo?
was Kerbo-san. So the last
Okay,
player
sweet.
left was going to be the meta coming on out. See if he
Yep, the meta. All
take
right, that's what I was
4
looking for.
stocks. You know, completely
stocks,
possible.
yep.
Especially in this range. You just got to be the one to take the first stock in this match, which is just the other person's last stock. Do that, and then you just got a normal game to play.
True. And you got Link lined up for you. If you're coming out, you know, and you're the meta, what's a nice matchup you want to kind of just take things into Link, where you know guaranteed that you can walk on out and have an even 3 stock v3 stock going into your final matchup?
Well, a good way of looking at it, Link, you know, he likes to keep you at a distance. He's got his bow, he's got his bombs, he's got his boomerang. He wants to keep you far away. Best character to play
it's
in
my
that situation
guy.
is not King K. Rool. Would be like an Aegis, you know, someone we could be fast, get in, push advantage. But you know what?
I hate to
Let you in on a
disagree
little
with you.
secret.
It's got to be.
I'm going to
King
let
K.
you in on a
Rool.
little secret. The meta last week played pretty well, I'll say, with the K. Rool. I
Man,
believe
he
in the
is
K. Rool.
meta. Yeah, he is the meta. So guess
Exactly.
what? The king does what he wants, and King K.
Ex-
Rool stepping onto the map right now to take this stock.
But I believe in the meta.
Oh.
Oh, we got
Big
Oh.
Belly froze up the screen for a second.
just a second, but you know what? We're right back into it. Moving around. Okay, looks like the meta doing a really good job of pushing advantage when it's advantageous, you know, getting the good combos and not sticking in disadvantage too long, because K. Rool does not have a good disadvantage. You need to be able to just kind of deal with that.
Good reflection there. Triple digits for the Link, so trying to play this one cautiously, but one good
Yeah.
shot is all it could take.
Good stage choice when going against K. Rool here. With the Kalos,
Tough.
you have all the room in the world to run away. It is the biggest stage. You know, all the room in the world. However, not enough room for the meta to stay alive, but finds a way to close out that stock. We are now 2 to 3 stocks moving in. This is the witching hour for this game right now.
The belly flop coming out from the Croc to close out the show drops a stock, so not the best, right? You know, we wanted it to be clean, but it is what it is, right? You take it as it is. It just makes the meta's job a little bit harder going into this last matchup against T8N, the anchor coming out for this STMA squad, and we've seen some good things in the past from T8. So, you know, a tough matchup for meta coming up next for him.
You know what? It's gonna be tough. It's possible, definitely possible. I mean, only 2 to 3. That's
Yep.
not that bad. It's 100% possible. It just depends on STMA's last player.
Yep.
Coming out for STMA, I do believe that's going to be Tayton.
Yep.
T8N. I hope I'm pronouncing your tag right there. I got a little phonetic pronunciation here, but I hope. I apologize if it's wrong, but still, you know, it all comes down to them. Can they close out 2 stocks, or will they succumb to the pressure? We know we talked about this earlier. A lot in the line for this game for Foley. The meta's got a lot riding on it, but same with STMA. If they lose, they go 4-2, which puts them on that barrier. Because if you go
Yeah.
4-2 and then lose that next game, you're out.
Yeah, it's not a place that I think either squad really wants to be, right? And STMA are aware of that. And we have a mirror
K. Rool?
matchup. Oh my goodness.
Oh
and he's
my
excited.
Lord.
Look at him bouncing around.
We got Smash Brothers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this.
This is my kind of party.
This is a K. Rool party. This is a battle for the throne right now. Who's the true king?
Cannonballs flying everywhere. Crowns going left and right. Can a King K. Rool... Oh, yeah, you can grab another King K. Rool's crown, can't you? Can you put it on your head?
Take his throne, claim his kingdom.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're really trying for some of these combos here. Really trying to make some moves, but you know what? Meta right now with a slight loss here. But you know what? Meta could just easily turn this thing back around. I mean, already back to even percentage with Tayton in disadvantage. The meta could close out this stock right now and start making some big moves.
See, this first stock is very important though. Meta down 1, right?
Yeah, meta now down 1. You gotta build a good lead early.
Oh yeah.
And
oh
okay,
yeah.
what a good way to start it. But you have a lot of rage right now, so you're gonna do a lot more damage and kill earlier. But you also die earlier, so something like that can happen. You could not allow that to happen. That specific action of events was the one thing you couldn't let happen. And it happened. So not looking good for the meta. Yeah, it's not looking good for the meta. But the meta can find a way.
It's got to be some serious damage control though, right here, right now. Can't really take too much more damage in this stock. He's got to clean out nicely on Tayton here.
Yeah, and right
now,
now,
nice chip damage.
He's doing exactly that. Already put Tayton at 130, a good solid kill percentage.
Oh. I love how the meta is also buffering a lot of the abilities that are hitting him, right?
Definitely, yeah. But still getting hit by that crown, and it's building up that percentage. You can't lose that much percentage because you got a whole other stock you got to play against after this.
Very true. Oh boy, this hurts.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Tayton, the king of the Crocs. Showing us what's up.
What a nice move there. Just closed it out early. Wow. Nice little move.
Oh,
that's all I got to say. That was a nice little move.
Give credit where it's due.
Oh,
Tayton
yeah.
puts the meta in the bounce house and then gives them, the finishing send-off. And a very well-played matchup coming out from STMA. They have looked very nice. And the last few times we've seen them on stream, 2-1 in their last 3 games, and now improving their record to 5-1 on the season, Gummy. So making a closer and closer kind of race and claim to be playing at state. So, looking forward to see what they have in store for the rest of their season. As for Foley, now dropping to 500, things looking a little bit tougher in that sense. And it might be more of a kind of how do we start improving and how do we kind of come back stronger next season.
Yeah, it's about time Foley starts to look until next year. Maybe there's a chance you get 16th seed, but it's not looking good. But STMA, congratulations on the victory. And we move on. We got some more fantastic Smash action between 2 teams with some state finalists from last year. It's going to be a great match. Don't miss it. We will be right back after this short break.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
he just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the
Hodgepodge.
1-2. It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the
hot.
firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me the third! Take it! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has it.
What?
War from what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him.
Hello, welcome one and all. We are back for our second match of the night here for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Crew Battles. And for the second match, we got a hot one. Skep,
Yes,
you want to introduce this match? This is a special one.
Yeah, man. These are, two squads that we have been talking about for a little bit now. Two squads coming in with very impressive records of a 4-1 current standing. And we got Blaine and Chisago Lakes, two squads representing players that have currently previously competed at the state finals, right? We got Flats representing the side of Chisago Lakes with One Ear Rider. Wait, hold up. Yeah. No, One Arm Rider. Hold up. Yeah. Took me a couple of tries to try to read that name.
Yeah, but we got there in the end, all right?
A few different words in there, but I got it. And I knew it the first time, obviously. Yellow finishing out that squad. And on the side of Blaine, we got Kadwong T-Money, and DM. So some familiar names on both sides here, Gummy, and a very exciting matchup coming up next.
Oh yeah, we got state runner-up Flats. Bit of a difficult loss there to Lazy Zach. Going up against some, against some pretty good players. I mean, DM and Team Under players we know, long time players in state. I mean, they've been going through Mnvl forever, and they've proven time and time again they are pretty good. Made state pretty much consistently every season, play really well all the time. So, well, this is going to become a question of what matters more, having the one really good player in Flats, or having a more balanced, like, even team.
It's a good question, and I think that's kind of why that it's a good question. It's why we have them matched up tonight, right? We got an awesome lineup, right? This is two squads at 4-1. One will prevail to 5-1. One will drop down to 4-2 and kind of get thrown back into the blender with the rest of the squads trying to scrap their way in for a final kind of playoff spot. So I think both these teams very similar to game number one, but they both are very aware of what is at stake and what is on the line. Because once you've been to state, Gummy, like, let's be honest, you want to get back there, and missing it would just be,
It'd be devastating.
Yeah, not even a thought for these players. It's not even a thought, missing state.
Yes. Agreed, but going off, we got one Arm Rider and K-Juan. I'm not expecting the Jigglypuff. You never expect to see a puff, but you know what? Here we are.
Yeah, and Terry, right, on the side of K-Duan coming out. So we'll have to see. So far, Jiggly definitely giving Terry a piece of their mind.
Yeah, playing real well. That puff is looking kind of clean, but, got to find a way to close out the stock, because the game plan against Terry is you always got to close out the stock around or before he gets go. And we have seen now, he's got go. He's over 100%. But in disadvantage, maybe able to make something work. And especially, okay, let you in a little more secret here. Playing in this matchup, Puff is so light, a lot of the go moves are going to start killing real early.
Right.
So you got to play really well, but a nice rollout closes out that stock.
On a knife's edge, if you will, coming out from the Puff. But so far, not too shabby.
Ooh. Went for the sing there, Went for the sing. I appreciate the style, trying to get the clip, but not so lucky there. Ooh, also appreciate the music choice. Piano before Cynthia, very nice music choice.
This is some Lefevre stream music, background music, if you will.
Shout out to Lefevre.
Yeah, a couple times I've been there singing some classical background playlist, but nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're getting closer to go. There we are.
Uh-oh.
Go is out. At this percentage with how light Puff is, it might kill. A lot of stuff is going to start killing. Oh yeah, just get out of getting hit by that. You don't want to get hit by Buster Wolf. That will take you out at 40. It is not a kind move at all. Going for the rollout again.
Yeah, now this is not looking good for one Arm Rider here.
Oh yeah. Not able to find a way to close out this stock right now. That's kind of the problem. Need to close it out now. I mean, you are puffed. You got rest. We know it's possible. You could just close out a stock real early if you need to. That's the thing. You got to be able to hit that rest, and we've not seen a rest attempt yet. You can't just pull out pound when you want it. It puts you in a pretty bad disadvantage state. And there it throws Blaine into a very solid 6-8 lead.
Not poorly played at all, coming out from the Terry for Blaine. They take care of business. A nicely played matchup coming out from K Duong, and now only dropping the one stock, right? Keeping it at that second stock. And I think that go meter being activated was the real difference maker. Sat there the whole third stock of Jigglypuff, and it didn't really feel like One Arm Rider had a chance to kind of leg their way back into it.
just an inability to close out that stock was just what killed him there. You needed to be able to close out that stock and start working on that second one, maybe hit a nice little rest, get something there, but just not able to get it.
Yeah,
Not able to unfortunate. Get it. I always respect seeing a puff. Someone following the good word of Lord and Savior H God. Always respect it. However, just sadly not able to take out that Terry, but we move on. Who will Chisago send out next? I have a very, very good guess.
You have a very good guess? What's your guess?
I'm saying it's not going to be Flats. They're going to send out Yellow.
You think it's going to be, the color of my shirt? That was going to be my guess. I was going to say, I think I'm wearing who's coming out next.
Oh,
currently. Yeah, that was my thing. Because Flats is like, you got to leave him at an anchor position. This is a guy that can clutch up. He's been on the biggest stage yet. Been there, done that. Nerves aren't going to be a factor when it comes into a matchup and a player like that. So, but we could be surprised because I think it's been you and I in the past that have been certain on a player being an anchor. And then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? You hear the knuckles crack and they're like, give me the sticks. I think I'm hopping up next. Yeah. And then, proceeds to absolutely wipe the opposition. So, we are patiently awaiting the next contender to come out of Chisago Lakes. It's going to be fun, though. K-Duong looked good on the Terry for the most part, right? But overall, I think it was that squishiness of Jigglypuff that made it pretty hard. And it's the Ness for Yellow. Look at that.
All right, here comes Yellow. Now, going to be 100% interesting to see how well Yellow's going to be able to close out these two stocks, or if K-Duong maybe could just pull something out crazy right now and get to work.
They're both wearing yellow. That's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. They're matching. They're good friends.
Teamwork.
Yeah, why do we have to fight? We're friends. Okay, nice little bait and punish there. Gets around the PK Thunder. Oh, went for the up smash there, too. You don't got that range. That's just something you got to understand sometimes. You can't go for the up smash. You got to get up on that platform. Got to get level ground. But K-Duong, an early lead, playing really well.
Yeah, Yellow seems to be in a little bit of trouble right now.
Yeah, I'm watching. And a big problem I'm noticing with Yellow is a lot of times when they're in disadvantage, they're just throwing out the PK Thunder when they could just jump or air dodge to stage, and it's putting them in disadvantage. Like right there. They lost that stock because they used PK Thunder when they could have just gone to ledge. But instead, they just had to use the move, and it did not work out.
And Terry seems to be getting the better of it, punishing a lot of Yellow's misinputs at the moment. Ooh, swing and a miss.
Okay, shielding through the second PK Fire. Yellow, the recovery attempts here have just been PK Fire to clear ledge, and then PK Thunder, but it's not working. K-Duong holding on to this second stock for dear life.
This is where now Flats is probably cracking his knuckles and realizing that he might be getting called up sooner than he would have liked.
Oh, yeah. Gonna have to work through 8, possibly 8 stocks here. That's not gonna be good if that's the case.
And now it's the Go Sauce. And one hit could seriously be it.
Yeah.
Ness needs to take care of some work here and help his boy Flats out, and he does so with that one. Yellow, if Yellow could really close this one out and, at least...
Not happening.
Whoa!
Oh, still alive,
Maybe.
still fighting. A chance is there, but no. What did we talk about? What did we talk about?
Oh. You got excited for a second there, and then, absolutely not. Terry made sure of that. Yellow, thanks for stepping on out, but right back into the lineup you go. And now it is time to call the state runner-up. It is our man of the hour. It is Flats approaching.
Bring him in.
He's putting on the backwards hat right now. We know his look. We know it well. It's time to get down to business. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the Rob that was absolutely lighting up last season. So we'll see if Flats has switched it up. That was his go-to for the majority of the tournament run. So, I'd be surprised, but I'm not putting it past a player of his caliber, right? Yeah, you got to be, because you got to run through 7 stocks right here, Gummy. This is no joke. Starting out with a Terry who becomes a serious threat with once he hits go. So, I mean, it's just like, it's not easy. But if a player could pull it off, you got to think that it would be a player like Flats.
Yeah, I believe he could maybe pull it off, but what stands in his way is too much, I think, because DM hasn't gone out yet, and neither has T-Money.
Right. I know, dude. It's it doesn't sound like it's in his favor. I'm not saying it is. Percentages, we're not going to talk about them because they don't seem like a good percentage, but confidence is key, right? And Flats just needs to take it one matchup at a time. And that's really what it is at the end of the day, because you're not fighting all 3 of them at the same time. Flats realistically has a chance. It's about damage control. It's about taking care of this Terry and not losing any stocks. Like, that is a must, right?
Yes.
Like, we don't even have to get into that. Just, you can't lose any stocks to this Terry, all right?
You just can't lose. You just can't afford to lose right now.
That's true as well.
You just got to keep pushing. Got to keep going. Okay, getting down to that last stock. On Kalos, an interesting stage choice. It's not really what I would expect, but it's definitely interesting. Okay, Flats, a gentleman to the fullest, gets rid of the full laser right away. Not going to do any cheeky, cheesy moves here. He's an honorable man.
Gotta respect it. Aduong trying to be aggressive. Trying to just knows that, hey, man, all I got to do is take out as much damage as I can, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got two of my besties coming up after me.
If he, if K-Duan here is able to somehow close out all 3 stocks, it will be the 2nd week in a row we have seen one Blaine player sweep, and it's not been the same Blaine player.
I don't know about a sweep against Flats. That seems unlikely.
Yeah, especially right now at 140% in disadvantage. You got go, so maybe you can close out one of the stocks, but it's not looking good to close out all 3.
Perfect.
Flats showing up big time.
We needed it, right?
Yeah,
we needed it. He got close. The go bar was activated, but Flats, he's too much of a vet to let something like that one slip out of hand. 2 more opponents to go. DM, normally and historically the closer for Blaine. To my knowledge, T-Money has been historically that second man up. Next comes out with the speed of his Sonic. So, I mean, dude, we'll have to see. I'm excited, though, because all 3 of these players are very, very solid Smash players here in the Mnvl League, and I think they all are all contenders, right? Like, they've all been there. So, to call it in Flats' favor and in this 1 versus 2 is going to be hard, but, his Rob is kind of nasty, man. It's kind of nasty.
In this favor, it's going to go the way of Blaine. That's all I got to say, because you know what? They got 2 very, very solid players going up against each other, teaming up to take out Flats. I feel like it's 100% doable, 100% plausible. But now, right, it's a question of where. Where are you going to take that Rob?
Yeah. And what are you picking into the Rob? I mean, it's probably the Sonic because that's T-Money's go-to, right? Like, we haven't seen him play much else. So we'll see it here.
Yeah.
T-Money coming out.
Does not really have a good record against that Sonic.
That's a lazy Zack. So that's a lazy Zack Sonic, okay? So obviously player matters in terms of who's playing said character because,
Yes, but having trouble against a character is a very real thing.
That's true.
Seeing that Sonic might not be good for Flats because you're bringing back, but T-Money and Lazy Zack have very different play styles. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it shakes out here.
Flats handling himself with class so far.
Yes. Not even taking a single hit yet. Playing really well, but, as soon as I say that, of course, T-Money gets his first few hits in.
It's the way it is.
That's the way that's the way the caster.
Little caster curse never hurt anybody. That's just all you gotta say, and we just carry on with the day.
Exactly.
So far, so good from Flats, though. I really like what I'm seeing so far, and that's going to be the first stock going the way of the robot.
There we go. Flats playing really well, but it's going to be interesting to see how T-Money is able to pull this back right now. And if he can,
Team Money realizing that, you know, it doesn't matter if he doesn't beat Flats, but what he cannot do is get 3 stocked for nothing. He needs to take at least 1 to 2 of Flats' stocks here to set his teammate up in D Money best as possible, and he's aware of that.
yeah, he's got to get to work right away and just get moving. Right now, Flats is cooking, but you know what? T-Money also did get some really good percentage here without taking too much on himself. So that is a pretty good start, I'd say, for a comeback. So I feel like it's entirely plausible if T-Money could take at least 2 stocks here. So if he could just take just 1 more stock, I think this is going to go the way of Blaine, because DM is a very good player, and I feel like he could take just 1 stock.
We'll have to see. Flats still in good HP positioning at the moment, but now has a kind of 1.5 stock, if you will, to deal with. This could be... It does not finish it off, though.
No, it does not. Looking around, I mean, a big problem T-Money has really been having is playing around that gyro.
Yeah,
T-Money has not been able to play around the projectile at all. Really needs to get to work and understand how to play against that better, because it's been the death of him so far.
Yeah, I was just going to comment on that same exact thing there, Gummy. Flats being an expert at the ways of the gyro. Oh, the super laser doesn't hit.
Nope, not quite.
Good shielding. There's the gyro, man. It's like automatic. Okay. As I say that, man. Come on. Now we can't get a break.
Missing it.
We can't get a break.
We're cursed. We think we curse the players? No, we curse ourselves.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, hits him with the classic combo there, and we got 2 to 3.
That's massive, man.
Things are looking much better for Flats now.
Yeah, that's massive. Flats hanging on to that 2 stocks, right? So now, 2 versus 3 situation. DM has 1 stock advantage, and if you can't really capitalize early, then you're sweating. You're just sweating, and it's inevitable, right? Because you're up against Rob, the Rob player, right? There's not another Rob in Mnvl that I'm aware of. You know, like, if they're around here, we haven't seen them.
I love how you say that. Rob is the most played character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Dude, are you serious right now?
I am not joking with you. Rob is the most played character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
When I'm watching, I swear I have not seen another person play Rob in an Mnvl stream. So maybe I'm just missing him.
Maybe not in Mnvl, but you know what? Rob is the most played character, period.
I thought it was I thought Steve was still getting abused for a while because he was like OP for the longest time.
Steve's just good. Steve's just good.
Okay. Well, there you go. I learned something new every day, folks. Rob, and he's taking on Samus for DM.
All right. An interesting match here. You know, 2 stock to 3 DM Flats. Going to be very interesting to see if DM can just close out these 2 stocks. We know he's good, but we know Flats is really good. And that is just the battle we have here. I mean, I have my own personal stories of playing in a crew battle and just getting absolutely destroyed by the other team's anchor. I know exactly what it does to the psyche when you can't close out a match. It hurts. So DM could feel the pressure from that right now, just hoping to close this out.
Well,
and I hope it doesn't affect his gameplay too much.
The first stock is huge here, Gummy, because if Flats can come out and handle himself, but the thing is DM's doing a good job at neutralizing it right now, keeping it even.
Exactly.
That's all you got to do, because you're up a stock, right? An even game's a winning game for DM. That's all that matters.
Exactly, because you already got that early lead. All you got to do now is keep it even. You just cannot afford to fall behind for an extended period of time, because then it's over and you wonder where all that lead went.
Yep. You start asking questions you don't want to ask.
Exactly.
See, though, because so far Flats has been more slippery, it feels like, when he gets to that higher HP. The inputs start getting a little more precise. And now Flats is starting to cook with some gas.
All right, now here we are. We're looking. DM's just looking to close this thing out. Wants this thing done and dusted as fast as possible. Let's just move on to that last stock. Let's move on to adding another W to the record. I don't want to play this anymore. But the thing is, you got to play this. Because Flats is stealing that W away from you with all speed and haste.
Yeah, man, look at Flats' just movement right now. I swear it's been making him so different now. 87%, 2 stocks remaining for the Samus. Flats gonna have to put on a masterclass on this last stock here.
Just gonna have to close out one stock and move on to that last one. The classic game plan.
The
Not much of a
gyro.
change. The gyro. Oh, the classic gyro. Oh, it was still spinning. Hit him again on the come around. You know, building that percentage high, and DM's not even been able to get a good hit against Flats right now. Oh, unfortunate. Just rolls, just like drifts right into Flats' loving embrace. Holding that charge shot, gets punished for it. Now at 157%. Really high up there. It's a lot of rage, but also means you're probably going to die soon. And that last stock is taken, and we got one more stock left for Flats to do it. Can he do it?
65.2 is the starting percentage, and early trading going in favor of Flats, and he needs it.
Agreed. Yeah, right now, DM just needs to build some percentage and close out this stock. I mean, you only got to build for about a little more percent, but gets out, but puts you in disadvantage. Okay, you got back out, build that percentage now, but you don't want to be in this position.
Though.
Both at kill percentage. Anything could happen. And DM...
Flats goes flying.
Oh.
DM clutches up, man. It came down to the wire. Hat tip to both players, man. But Flats falls just short. I mean, my goodness, that was literally down to the wire. Both players at 90-something% and just barely tipping the way of DM.
I know, it was just barely DM able to close that out at the highest percent. You know, just one stock found a way to close it out. What a way to end this matchup between two very, very evenly matched teams.
Yeah, man. What a well-played series, though, from both those schools, right? Flats doing everything in his willpower to pull that one back from the brink. 7 stocks to 3, right? Let's not forget it. Give credit where it's due. A heck of a run, but in the end, that team power that you were talking about before the match started, Gummy, is really what the difference maker was. You said one really star player in the likes of Flats, and the rest of the squad being more of a well-rounded trio, if you will, and K, Duong, T Money, and DM, all players that have kind of been around and been there, right? So overall, very well-played matchup, but it is Blaine that sneak out the W and improve to 5-1. What an awesome series too, though.
Yeah, what a fantastic set that was. Just Blaine barely closing out, and we got one more fantastic set left for you to watch after these quick messages. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
he just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the 1-2.
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the
hot.
firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me it's the third! Take the fourth! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has it.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him.
Hello, hello, hello. 3 hellos for our third and final match of tonight. We have, we got a team that's going to be a very interesting matchup because we got Shaka P versus Orno. And this one is a bit surprising.
Yeah, records are kind of hard for both these teams. Shakapi's had some really tough matchups throughout the case of this season so far, playing against the 1 and 2. So it's not a necessarily easy draw in terms of who you're going up against. And on their counterpart, you have Orno, who has also kind of been struggling and seeming to be a bit out of the picture when it comes down to realistically having a chance to make playoffs at this point. Sitting at 1 and 4, Shakapi sitting at 2 and 3. So the only real chance for one of these two squads to make a run, it would be Shakapi winning out, and even that at this point would come down to other variables. So it's just like pretty hard matchup for both these squads coming in here.
Very, very difficult. I mean, I'm looking at this. We know Shakopee, it's a surprise to see them with this bad of a record. I mean, you got some very strong players. You got 2D, you got Novel. I mean, both of those players made state last season. Very strong players, not a team you would expect to be going 2-3. But then you consider who they played against in their season. They played against Egan, who is the probable number 1. I mean, you got 3rd place from state last, and like a final 3rd who's also really good. There's a very, very strong Egan roster. Farmington, also a very strong, solid roster. You know, those 2 losses, very difficult. And then last week, a very close match against Washburn that went down to the wire. An unfortunate loss there. You know, it's just been 3 unfortunates for Shakopee. But in a season like this, you can't afford unfortunates. You need to be winning.
Right. That's the exact thing. And we just received word that the 3rd for Orono are not available. So it's just going to be Swaz and Nate, the 2 players representing Orono tonight. So not sure which one of them will be running twice, right? But I'm sure one of them gets to run twice. It's
nope,
just
they don't run twice.
Oh, no. So it's just 6 lives. All right, sweet.
Yep, 6v9.
All right, sweet.
Yep.
No worries. 6 stocks versus the 9 stock. No worries.
Yep.
I wasn't 100% sure on that, so
yeah,
I thought it would be that.
Because the thing is, if you could
too.
just like run 3 times, you could just have one really good person.
One guy always sit out. Yeah, you could have Lazy Zach or someone.
Run 3 times.
2 lives. I got you.
It kind of kills the fun.
Kills
but you know
the purpose.
Maybe a bit of fortune has smiled upon Shakopee and given them this man-down interaction, because at Orono, it's a bit unfortunate. 2 of their losses this season are because of forfeits.
Yeah, that never really bodes well for a team's success down the line once you kind of start getting into the FF waters. Because it really, it's not too long of a season to where the point where FFs, they do really kind of affect your record, and they do affect you and your chances of making postseason, because it also kind of ties into your tiebreakers, right? And tiebreakers do matter just because of how many teams are competing in the league, right? There is just so many schools competing for a chance at state, guys. So we can't stress enough. You got to play your matches. Otherwise, the FFs down the line, they just come back to haunt you, Gummy.
Exactly. It's a problem. They will just come back and haunt you. I mean, I know this personally. I'm a bit of a Fortnite gamer myself at Mnvl. I've only played 1 match this season. Everything else has been either a forfeit win for me, or my entire team has been out of the country, so we had to do some forfeit losses.
Yeah. Fortnite's been its own beast of a...
It has.
It's been its own beast. Season.
But you know what? I understand, because, even though you get a W on the record, it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't have the same feeling as a hard-fought victory. And at the end of the day, it just counts less than the people who actually went out and played their matches.
Yeah, agreed. Forfeit never feels good for either party. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play at the end of the day. So, glad to have 2 of the Orono players here representing their squad, trying to get the job done. We'll be coming in with the stock disadvantage. But we are loading on into the game, folks. We got the Wolf coming out for Nate and 2D on the Joker.
Oh, yeah. The 2D famous first Joker, ready to start out on Kalos. Okay, that's very, very interesting starting on Kalos. A lot of the MN tournaments have Kalos as a counter pick stage that you cannot start on. So it's interesting to see Kalos go right here early.
You definitely beat me when it comes to the local Smash experience, so I'll leave that knowledge to your department, good friend.
Oh, yeah. I've spent so much money going to tournaments, it better be for something, because it's not for results, I'll tell you that.
I'd show up and watch a few locals at Level Up right before COVID.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good store.
Speaking of which, Smash players, support your local scene. Wisdom Gaming, Advantage State, every Thursday right after this stream ends. Wisdom will be going live with Advantage State at 6:30, so hop on over and go see some of the local scene. And if you can, make it out one day. It's a great time. Great community. Say hi to Kevin for me. He's a local TO. He'll show you right in. It's a great time.
There you go. Not a bad call out. Shout out to Wisdom. As always, I mean, dude, it just got announced the 2 weekend state tournament at Wisdom. going to be the biggest and baddest state yet. Gummy, we were there last season, and then this one's going to be a whole heck of a lot more fun.
Yes, it will. It's going to be a great time. But 2D coming out with an early stock take, but also sitting at 150. You know, a very even match so far, but with a very small early lead for 2D.
Nate trying to guard the ledge a little bit here. 2D doing a good job of getting back up, evening the score line. But you got to remember, it's not so even at the end of the day because Orno down a man. So really, Nate going to have to try to kick things into high gear if Orno want any chance of pulling some kind of miracle upset here today.
Yeah, really going to have to happen. I mean, just absolutely crazy gameplay is what's going to have to happen. All right, very high percentage for both players, but even higher percentage for Nate. Looks like 2D is going to be able to find a way to close out the stock pretty soon if trend continues, but you never know. Nate could just pull something crazy out. I mean, we are at that percentage. Anything could happen.
Ooh, 2D, though.
Yeah.
Beating him out just by a couple inches, it seems. Now up to 133 himself. Nate trying to close things out.
Yeah, just a quick Joker back air, took it there. And now Nate on last stock. You can't really afford to be losing that many stocks when you're already down so much. But you know what? At least you're taking some stocks off 2D as well. Oh, just holding out the Rebels guard there with... What a call out. Just, you're going to hit me, right? And just stood there, watching.
I really like what I'm seeing coming out of 2D. We know this player is capable of a lot, and now Nate's starting to be in trouble. Goes out and sends them packing.
Impressive.
That leaves only Swaz up next, man. This is a really tough spot to be in now. Only dropping one stock off of 2D. Now it's a 3 versus 8 situation. It's even worse than what we just saw Flats have to go through. Gummy, this feels like a nightmare.
I know, it's looking real bad now for Orno. I mean, 3 to 8 stocks?
Yeah, man,
that's not looking too
sad.
good.
I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, man.
Yeah.
It's the gauntlet. The only thing worse is 9. I mean, like, come on. Oh, down a man, down on stocks. Feels like the whole world's turning against him, but this is called the character, the building arc. It starts right now, everything against him. It feels like it's not possible, but we'll have to see what the last Orno player has coming out of the gate next. But my goodness, man. 2D,
Oh, yeah.
2 stocks on him on the Joker is menacing enough.
Oh, yeah. Gonna be very difficult for Orno to... I mean, 2D could just close out this game right here and move on.
He could.
And then if 2D doesn't, you got 2 very solid players standing behind him, just able to close it out if need be. So it's looking real bad for Ssbu, I believe, is the last Orno player to stand against the onslaught.
Yeah, I'm fearing for the future here for our last Orno Spartan coming out. But overall, I want to see some success. I hope that they can pull something out, because it's not an easy spot to come in, right? If they can take out 2D, we'll see what kind of stocks they have remaining. But overall, Noveled, Fate, 2 other players that are exceptionally capable, right? I mean, it's just the Vegas odds are not looking good, my friend. That's all that needs to be said about this one.
No, they
Best
are
of
not.
luck.
I mean,
Best
the
of luck,
official odds right now are 98% to 2.
Yeah. Right now, Shakopee feeling like they got this one wrapped up, right? We'll have to see, though. Only time will tell.
In
And
Alf.
we have it.
All
That is
right.
something.
MN
Alf about to clutch up.
is kind of famous for our great Olimar player candle shoutouts. So you know what? A bit of a history with Olimar in this state. Maybe can live up. Oh, that's a little scummy there. Getting the correct Pikmin lineup before the game starts. I see what you're doing there. I see the game plan. I respect it.
I mean, at this point, the cards are already stacked against them, right? So you got to do whatever you can.
Yeah. Just whatever you can to win.
Absolutely. Our son coming up pretty early, though, for 2D.
Oh, yeah. Getting a lot of percentage right now. Getting a lot of good moves. Oh, he really wanted to just close out that stock with something fancy right there. Not able to get it, though, and Arsene's gone away.
Got to respect the aggression coming out for 2D, but so far, pretty solid play coming out from the Elf.
Oh, yeah. Very, very solid play. Keeping 2D on his back foot. Gets the up throw.
There you go.
3-1 stocks.
One stock remains. All right, so right now, 2D definitely not liking this play at range poke game that has been getting distributed his way. So trying to do some gap closing. But Alf doing such a good job so far here, Gummy.
Yeah, doing a really good job of keeping pace, doing a really good job of pushing. But, 2D, if he could take this stock, very, very much in the lead, just 100%. But that's a big if right there. You got to be able to take the stock if you really want to hold that out.
Stock's got to be claimed here.
Yeah, real quick.
2D has a chance to do some more damage, and that's not a position Suarez can give that over to, right? You got to close this out. Anything else, I think it's almost automatically donezo.
Agreed. Anything else, and it's just going to be
Donezo.
game over. Yeah. It's just going to close out.
Doesn't matter if 2D doesn't do it. He's got two more teammates coming up that are super, super capable. Alf will take it out, but down to one final stock and gonna have to make the perfect gauntlet run. You got Noveled or you got Fate coming up next. Either one of these players gonna be quite menacing, only sitting on one stock here, Gummy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It is a horrible prospect for Swaus right now. Like, absolutely
Yeah.
devastating prospect. I mean, I don't feel like it's going to go well. I mean, Novel probably is going to show up next. I imagine it'd be him because I'm pretty sure he's the team captain. Might just show up, close things out quickly, and we could just get on with the show because it's not looking good at all for Orno.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm hearing you because, coming out down a man in a situation where you're kind of put up back up against the wall, having to clutch up from the get-go, it's just, it's really hard, right? It's really hard. Your record's already in a position to where it's not feeling like a favorable or a solid run to the end of the season. And now in a position, one stock, two players remaining on the Shakopee side of things. 2D did a great job, able to bring them down to one stock there in the end. But now either Novel or Fate going to be called upon next to close out the show. And Shakopee really, they don't want to mess around with this because they realize that they can still make a push for state here, Gummy. And that's
Yes.
exactly what they're playing for.
That's exactly what's going on right now. I mean, if Shako has to win out, that's the thing. They have to win out the rest of the record for an outside chance of state, which 100% possible. They just got to do it. They just got to just have the will and the power to do it. Right now, I feel like we're going to be hopping into this game here pretty soon. I mean, not much point in delaying. It's not looking too good, so
Yeah,
I feel like we're going to see this here pretty soon.
I'm really scared going into this last little bit here. Yeah. One stock on it is not looking ideal for our man repping the Orno school. But in the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Down a man, you got to make it happen sometimes. Yeah. Numbers might not be in your favor, but that's just the way it is, my friend.
Better to play than, take that forfeit loss.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Sometimes you just got to play.
Man, 6 stocks to 1 stock. Those numbers just don't look good.
Yeah. No, they do not.
Oof. I mean, call me crazy. I've seen it done before. I've seen a miracle run, what was it? Border Battles. Taking on Desmona. He put on some super stylish work on some of our Mnvl Smash players in the past. So, I'm not saying that this alpha is Desmona, but
No.
hey, it's possible.
I'm going to keep it real. Skep rate is not close. Desmona right now is it's a top level player.
Yeah, I know. It's not. I know it's not.
But you
even
know
close
what?
to close.
It can be done.
But it can
Through
be
the
done.
power of friendship, it can be done.
Through the power of Nate believing in his teammate to clutch up is what it is. He's
Exactly.
he's like, hey man, I'll take you out for ice cream if you win this game, and I'll my treat. You can get the extra large cone.
Oh yeah, hopping in the game, Fate. All right, not Noveled. Fate hopping in to close this one out.
On the me sword fighter as well. So
yeah,
let's get the
interesting
SD there,
choice.
buddy.
This is a Novel's character.
There we go. And best of luck. One stock. Fate with 3.
Yep, just gotta take one stock. That's all you gotta do. I feel like you have the room to just go full aggro, just fully push. You got 3 stocks to work with. You're a good player. I feel like if you just fully aggro, something's gonna happen. You can just eventually get that last stock taken.
Yeah. All you really gotta do is get a certain amount of chip damage each stock, right?
Exactly.
Call it a day.
Until eventually you just get that last final hit.
I thought Alf doing a good job so far.
Yes, a pretty good job here.
Fate trying to get the NATOs in.
Yep, throwing in some NATOs, just trying to get some percentage. Playing cautious. Doing what he can.
Yeah, trying to catch every move here. All it's going to take is one, right? Fate on high percentage right now. Could be dropping a stock here.
Very possible. Perhaps the impossible shall be done.
I don't know. It's getting kind of close.
It is. All right, that percentage is building right now for the last Orno player. It's not looking all too good.
We'll take out one stock, but now above that triple digi range.
Definitely, yeah.
Gotta be stressing, man.
Definitely, you gotta be kind of stressed out now. It's a lot of percentage, but also you gotta feel a little stressed on Shaco's side because this is supposed to be easy. And so if you don't close it out, imagine how that feels. But nope, not even gonna have to entertain that thought. It is done. We are closed out.
Fate
we move
sealing
on.
it.
Oh yeah.
Right. It only seems right and fitting that Fate comes in to finish the job, drops a stock, but in the end takes care of business. No harm, no foul there. Alf doing a good job, trying their best, but Swaz not able to make it happen in the end. It seemed like a stacked deck from the get go, and it's no really need to break it down much further. You're down a guy. We're playing Smash Crew battles. It's not looking good from the get go, right? You're fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, it's just not going to work out. It's just how it works out sometimes. But you know what? Shaco moves on, and they start the long crawl to maybe be that 16th seed. We're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be back with an interview from one of these Shaco players. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back in a very quick time.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
he just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the 1-2.
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the
hot.
firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied. Are you serious? Don't tell me it's a third! Take it! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has it.
What?
War from what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him.
Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. We are here with the champion of today, SR2D. His Joker came in, played fantastic, took out the first guy, took out 2 stocks on the last guy, 5 stocks total, played great. 2D, welcome to the stream.
Why, hello.
Hello to you too. It's good to have you. You know what? It's fun to have you here. You know, you're a long-time player of the stream, but we haven't really had you on an interview before, have we?
No, you haven't.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, but now let's get down to the business. Because after this win, you are at 3-3. I gotta ask, how do you feel about state? Do you think it's possible?
I think we can do it, you know? I think we got a chance, even though we haven't had the best record this season. That's gonna change.
All right, you know, I appreciate the enthusiasm. You could get it changed. You'll turn things around. I believe it.
It's a good answer, and that's the kind of confidence you got to have. 2D. My question is, I want to ask, what are you guys going to do training wise to make sure that a state appearance is possible for you and your teammates?
We try to train whenever we can. We usually we're gonna try playing with better players, see how that goes. Better quality over quantity, as they
For
always
sure.
say.
For sure.
And yeah,
Not bad at all.
Yeah, just got to get as many games in as you can. Just keep playing. Well, thank you, 2D, for, hopping on the stream, giving us a few words of wisdom. Thank you very much. Before you leave, any person, place, or thing, anything you want to shout out before you head out?
bro, my boy Fate, he ain't no unknown. He's a W.
Absolute W.
All right, W
Yeah,
Fate. Thank you, 2D. Thank you for hopping on. It's great to have you. Thank you very much.
yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right, that concludes Week 6 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Crew Battles. What a fantastic last set we have here for Week 6 as we move into the final 2 weeks of the season. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the witching hour. Thank you. I've been Gummy. This is my co-caster. Get a few words in, Skep.
Yeah, man, I'll say a little bit. It was fun to be on the Smash stream. Really good set of games tonight. I think we saw some big wins come out from St. Michael Albertville and as well from Blaine. They stuck it out, a big showing from Flats, almost making that miracle run in the end. Doesn't happen, but as always, happy to be here on the Smash stream with you, Gummy. You did a great job, and
All right.
excited for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's been a great time. You did a great job too, Skeptor. I know it's not your game, but you know what? We move, and that is the end of the Week 6 broadcast. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back same time next week with more Smash action, and I will be joined by my co-caster, Lever. I know some of you miss him. I know a lot of fans of White Week out there, but you know what? I think we held down the fort, did our job. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.